At one point in your life, you or someone close to you have probably tried to shed weight, whether through calorie counting, protein shakes, exercise, keto, detox, juices cleanses, apple cider vinegar drink, hot water with lemon. I could go on and on. In this video we will be discussing how to lose weight through intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting. We've all heard about it. Everyone seems to be fasting for weight loss. But why is this eating method regarded as a holy grail? Well, to put it quite simply, intermittent fasting involves alternating between fasting and eating periods. The goal is to systematically starve the body long enough to trigger fat burning. While research is still underway and the method may not be suitable for everyone, there is evidence that when done correctly, intermittent fasting can help lose weight, lower blood pressure and cholesterol, prevent or control diabetes, and improve brain's health. Are you enjoying our video or gaining value from this video so far? Remember to like, subscribe and turn on the notification and become part of a community of people who are committed to maintaining their health. So, when we eat, food is broken down into glucose. This glucose is absorbed from the intestinal wall into the bloodstream and is transported to various organs, where it serves as the major energy source. Excess glucose is stored in the liver or muscle as glycogen for later use, and the rest of the excess glucose is stored as fat. In between meals, when the body is in the fasted state, the insulin levels fall. This signals the body to start burning stored energy. And one of these stored energy sources that the body can use is glycogen in the liver. And the body will use that first as it is the most accessible. After the glycogen has been used up, the body will start to break down fat to get the energy that it needs. So once the energy sources such as the glycogen or fat are being burnt, then in theory, you should start losing weight. So we now have a better understanding of the science behind intermittent fasting. So, what are the various fasting methods? The 5-2 diet is one of the most well-known methods for intermittent fasting. This is where you normally eat 5 days a week, then only 500 to 600 calories the other 2 days. The second option is time-restricted eating, which involves not eating for a long period of time during the day. When it comes to time constraints, most people prefer the 16-8 cycle. This implies fasting for 16 hours and then having an 8-hour eating window. And generally this diet form is done daily or almost daily. Intermittent fasting can help you lose body fat by reducing the number of calories you eat in comparison to the number of calories you burn, keeping you in a calorie deficit. However, you must be mindful of the foods you consume during the eating window. It is best to be aware of the types of foods you should consume and avoid while fasting, because the logic behind the fasting method of weight loss is that you must be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. If you overeat or consume high-calorie foods, you will not see the weight loss that you desire. We will highlight some key food groups that you should consider eating and avoid. So whole grains are the first. These are classified as starchy carbohydrates, and they provide a slow release of glucose into the bloodstream. They also provide a good source of fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Oats are an example of this. Whole grain pasta, whole grain bread, and brown rice are also included. The second food group is dairy products. They are high in calcium, which is essential for bone health. However, you should try to choose low-fat dairy products such as skim milk and low-fat Greek yogurt. Now, lean meats and fish are the third food group to consider. And they're important because they're high in protein. They are necessary for muscle and tissue growth and repair. White fish such as haddock or cod are lean sources of protein. Also salmon, sardines, tuna, and mackerel should all be included. They're high in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain and heart health. Fruits and vegetables are clearly the fourth group. These provide an important source of vitamins, minerals, and fiber. And finally, lentils, beans and pulses are also good because they're low in fat and they're an important source of protein, fiber, as well as vitamins and minerals. Now, those are the 5 food groups that I think you should try and incorporate into your diet. Also, while on an intermittent fasting diet, foods that you should avoid are things like carbohydrates that have been refined. This refers to highly processed carbohydrates that contain little of the original grain. This is significant because these foods will cause a rapid rise in your blood glucose levels. These include white flour, white bread, white rice, white pasta, and a variety of breakfast cereals. They are typically high in unrefined sugars. Complex animal fats are another food group to avoid. Dripping and lard are examples of these. And because they contain a lot of saturated fat, they should be avoided on a low-fat diet. You should also try to limit your intake of red or processed meat. Saturated fats are abundant in meats such as bacon and sausages. Also, if you're eating meat, try to stick to lean cuts or trim any visible fat. The next one is obviously sugar, which includes simple sugars like table sugar and maple syrup, as well as foods with added sugar like sugary drinks, sweets, chocolate, ice cream, and biscuits. Finally, processed foods. These are foods that have been altered in some way during preparation. Things like cakes, pastries and biscuits, as well as highs and convenience foods. They tend to be high in calories due to the amount of saturated fat as well as added sugar. Unfortunately, not everyone can engage in intermittent fasting. Among those who should not attempt fasting are children and teens, pregnant or breastfeeding women, people with eating disorders, those with diabetes type 1, advanced diabetes, or some other medical problems, people who are underweight or frail. Fasting can also be unsafe if overdone or if not done correctly, so always consult your physician before engaging in it. There are several approaches to intermittent fasting, so if you are confused on how to start, use the link in the description to purchase the Fast Feast Repeat book to guide you on how to start. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video as well as we enjoyed making it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell to see more from us. Thank you.